Okay, so I've painted the shell. It's just over there. It's all ready to start getting put together now. So the roll cage is in this car and the engine's in this car. And those are the major parts we've got to get out of this car to put in that car. So we're going to drive it over to the shed for the very last drive, probably of its life, as this car. Alright, hopefully it goes because it's all in bits. There's no seat for a start. Steering wheel.
No radiator.
No radiator. Turn the switch on. Clutch in. It might take a little bit because there's probably a bit of shit in the fuel lines. It sounds good, eh?
Sounds fucking strange. Got no water.
Alright, I really want all these bits in here, in there, so I can drive this fucking thing. If I needed any sort of motivation whatsoever, driving this thing in the shed was it. That just was like, fucking let's get this job done. Let's hurry the fuck up, let's get it in there, let's go drive it. Oh, this is going to have wires attached to it. Take the dash off. Yeah, that's a great idea. Make it so it's super easy to get off. One. Wasn't actually that bad, was it?
No. Fuck.
The one was supposed to come off there. It was obviously already broken there.
Oh my god.
I'm pulling the axles out of this car, right? But in the process of doing it, I'm trying to learn what the quickest process is. So I am at a race meeting, imagine that, and I break a front axle. I know how to do it quickly and easily at the track. So I've worked out that all you got to do is undo the 2 bolts that hold that onto there, onto the shock, and then just rip the big nut off of here, and you can get this end of the CV out. And now all you got to do is pull it out. So for sometimes they get a bit stuck in there. And the other engine, I used a lever, but the engine was already out of the car. I'm just trying to work out what's the best way to lever the CV off the motor. You can kind of use this as a slide hammer, but I don't think it's very good to pull on that. So I'm just trying to work out how to get it off. And then I'll be all set for a race meeting. I'll be able to change a front axle fast. So you can hit it with a hammer, but you dint that bit. A little dint on there. It's probably not too bad though, really. Just bend it back. That's not too bad, really. If you know what you're doing, you can probably do it in about 15 minutes. Right, so all we got left to do is undo the engine mounts and 2 of the power steering lines off the rack. And I think that's all we got to do. This one we're going to try and lift out the top. We lifted that one out the bottom, gave that a trial, and we're going to try and lift this one out the top and see how that goes. That way we'll also know which is the better and easier way. I think coming out the top's possibly going to be slightly easier. Maybe. The hardest bit is getting around this mount here. We'll have to try and turn the gearbox slightly to get it clear of that. But other than that, I think it'll be better. Let's see. It's coming out. I think it's coming out anyway. Don't know if it's going to clear that engine mount, which was what I thought might be an issue. I thought I'd be able to turn it diagonal. See, that's not going to get past here. Just the edge of the gearbox. I can't turn it anymore. I think a standard engine would get out because I think it's hitting on these exhaust manifolds. Is why it won't come out.
Chop the front bar work out. It's got to come out anyway.
The other thing too is I'm thinking, how far forward is my radiator support panel? Am I going to get this in over the top of my radiator support panel?
How about we just get it out to start with and then deal with putting it back in later? Pop that middle bar work out.
Right, it's out. Anything hooked on still? Fuck, I got it all. That's surprising. Now that we got the motor out, it's time to get the cage out. So that means chopping the cage into bits and chopping the roof off the car. We just had a little bit of a chat to figure out where the smartest places to chop it were and all that. And I've got one of these I borrowed from my boss. So it's time to get chopping. Hopefully it cuts it right, otherwise I'll be doing it with a grinder. So we're going to cut this wing off of this bar work for a start because I noticed that it's quite a way in from the edge of the car. So we're probably going to have to extend it out a little bit when we weld it back together. That way it sits flush and neat on the bumper. That side over there is not too bad. It sits out pretty good where it's supposed to be. But this side for some reason is in, so maybe the back's had a hit and shoved it across. I'm just not quite sure, but anyway, let's cut it out with this thing now. Oh. Huh, that's what new glasses feel like. Fuck, I can see everything. First piece off and it was really easy. Alright, let's keep going. the fucking back window. That one. That bit's loose. That should all go forwards out of there. Hopefully. Chop the roof off. Now we're just going to chop it where the old chops were.
Yep.
Just like, guess.
Yeah. Let's chop the roof off.
What did that hit?
Fucking neighbours will love us today.
They're probably over there watching us. Right. Back bit done.
Okay, that's hard.
Yeah. Just cutting through the middle of the welds. Alright, so I've cut the A pillars in the middle here, the B pillars down the bottom, and the C pillars up the top. And I'm hoping I should be able to just lift the roof off now, if I've cut that one all the way through properly. Alright, that's off. Heavy. It's heavier than I thought it would be.
You're going to try and lift it.
Yeah. I'll try. No, it's going.
Do you need help?
I don't know. Right, that roof's off. Where did I put it? Around here. Okay, that one's so hard. Chop the one off the flash car.
You're going to chop it a bit better than that?
I might do it with an axe. Looks like you just want to drive it around now.
Looks like something out of Mad Max.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to try and cut this cage out now.
I thought you said it would just come out.
Yeah, but under it was kind of.
Oh, a little bit of weld.
Kind of welded. It's not attached anymore. Right, let's take the steering off and try and unhook all those wires somehow off there and see if we lift this cage out. This is working pretty good, eh? A little bit higher to get it over the handbrake. I can pull it now. Got him. One Magna roll cage. See if it fits.
I don't think it's gonna fit.
Oh, hang on, we gotta disconnect this.
Those bars don't fit through the gap.
What if we chop it off here?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then that bit will pull forward and this bit will come backwards.
Whatever. Let's build a fucking cage next time. Don't even need that bit.
Not really. Not really, no. We could probably just extend straight and then put the hoop on. Let's try and get this tank out this time. Just pop out of there. Right, so there's a few spots that didn't get painted on this car from the very beginning. So I'm just going to quickly whiz over them with this and give them a spray with the rattle can before we put the cage in the car. Now I've decided I'm going to just paint the cage in the car because the car needs a second coat anyway. Okay, so the cage is over there drying before we give it a little bit squirt of paint. It's time to chop the roof off of this one. And it's feels a bit funny taking to a painted vehicle with this. But anyway, I'm just gonna hack the roof off of it now. Hit something hard in the middle there. Oh, it bounced off the inside. Well, this is the best bit of paint on the whole car. It was the dumb idea to paint it first.
Must be tough there.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a bit of foam inside it.
You wiping your feet before you got in the car.
Yeah. I don't want dirty footprints in there. Where am I going to put this roof?
Oh, that was an easy one.
A lot easier when there's not a roll cage in there, right? Alright. Hopefully the car doesn't bend in the middle. I don't think it will. Stop. Oh, hang on, it just kind of went. So it's a little bit tight going in here. So I just got to hammer it a little bit out of the way. That there, I go to swing and it goes. That's down. I think now that it's down, it will shove forward.
It's good for your paint.
Yeah, it went forward, but
That one's not going
I
forward.
think that's home. That's all the way forward.
And then how do you get it down? There you go.
Is that home?
It's home.
Alright, Jess just helped me put the roof on, well, in there. Now we just got to sit it there and line it up, and hopefully the holes we've cut in the side here line up with these bar work, and hopefully we don't have to pull it back out, cut some more and put it back in. Right, come on, let's line it up. We're going in.
Still not far enough down at the front.
We're trying to get this cage lined up in here, and it's fucking not really going to plan. We can't work out how far forward or how far back it goes, and we're looking at examples of the old car, like where it was welded on and rust marks and things, but it's just not really lining up. It's not going down as much as it should, which is holding the roof here up a little bit higher than it should be, you know, and a few things like that. So we're going to just fuck around, banging it on it, moving it around until we get it in the right spot. See that? Look, that's caved in all the way around there and there and there to get the cage in. Fuck. We're gonna lift the cage out. Not much room to swing a fucking hammer.
Get a bigger hammer.
We don't have a bigger one. You fucking stupid fucking piece of shit.
What is it?
Why is there a bracket with a bolt on it just there? Fuck. If you're ever building a roll cage, build it so you don't have to modify the fucking shell to put it in. Having to modify your shell every time to put it in, that only costs you time when you reshell. And you know, you might be mid-season, bin it in the fence, your car's fucked, you're in your shell. You don't want to be dicking around with fucking stupid shit like this. So I have decided I'm going to chop this seat mount out and I'm going to build a new one, because having to hammer the fucking floor so your seat mount fits is just dumb. It's just fucking dumb. That should get that down. Now let's try and fucking sort this bit out. Oh, it's hitting there. needs more cutting off of it. The cage is sat in there and the roof is sat on where it belongs.